getting ourselves set now. Seconds away from a start. Ritter got a dreadful start. Let's see how he goes today. He hasn't got away to the best of ones either. As we come away, Ritter's dropped back to about third or fourth. It's Philip Skyfleet who's got the jump on the rest of the field as they come through Hell Corner for the first time.
Michael Simpson's right in there too from Queensland. There is Ritter in third spot in the, or back to fourth now, I think, in the silver car. So again, shocking start yesterday. Not the best today, not the place to be now, Mark.
No, that's right. I think he might... yesterday I was talking to some people, he might have 4 speed in the box for the race, so I think he's in good shape for the race. That's a tweak that they're using qualifying to get a good lap. I think that he might have sacrificed the start, but here they come.
Well, that's exactly what happened yesterday. He dropped back right back to 10th position. Skyfleet still leads. Michael Simpson working his way in there, so too Christian Jones. Everybody's got away unscathed as they work their way up the mountain for the very first time. It's Skyfleet sitting there in the Spectrum, the Australian-built Spectrum 06 chassis. He's in good shape.
Great chassis, that Spectrum built in Melbourne by Michael Borland. Nice to see it mixing with the more, I guess, sophisticated and European chassis like the Van Diemen, the Swift and so on, Mark.
Yeah, well, that's a fantastic effort from the guys down there in Melbourne. You know, it's for this car to be leading a race with all the technology over in Europe is a big effort from Mike Borland down there, and it's just a huge effort, so congratulations to him.
Would the Formula Ford races in the UK take notice of that Spectrum chassis being produced out here and have a look at the results that it's been producing?
Well, it will do. Once we go Z-Tech over here, I think that'll be the best thing we can do. So, you know, we're still with the 1600, so, but look, this is a fantastic run when they're coming down the hill here into the dip, and the car's working very well over the top of the hill there. He's trying to get a bit of a gap, but down the hill, I think they'll get him in the slipstream again.
Justin Cotter up there as well. There's Ritter right in front of Michael Simpson. Those two guys had a great battle yesterday. Justin Cotter sits in second position at the moment, chasing out after Phil Skyfleet, then back to Greg Ritter. Then we pick up Michael Simpson, Christian Jones, a couple of positions further back.
Christian Jones qualified first, had problems, as we mentioned earlier, had actually a muffler problem in the car, which took power off the car down the main straight, and finished 5th in yesterday's race. But Skyfleet also had a problem with the engine cover flapping around. Now he's under a big challenge too from car number 9. As they head down to the chase, an extremely fast part of the track there, Mark.
Yeah, that's right. That's where all the passing will be happening. The slipstream's working down there, and there's a bit of weaving going on, which is we're trying to defend the position there. But now it's Justin Cotter in the lead, and now he's weaving across to block Skyfleet. So it's a good race.
So Cotter's moved ahead from Skyfleet. Greg Ritter pushed back to 3rd. Michael Simpson also now under threat too.
Timo Holko, Ditton and Stoddart, they're your top 10 at the moment. But it's Cotter who leads, and he's got about a car length over Phil Skyfleet at the moment. Keep your eyes on the 3rd place car, the silver Clipsal entry of Greg Ritter. He picked up his first win yesterday. Look at the drafting going on here.
Very important part of the tactical race around here at Mount Panorama, Mark. Slipstreaming and drafting.
Yeah, that's right. This is the early stages of the race. You've just got to buy your time, and then you've got to lead the last lap here. So this is all about track positioning. Have a look at each car in front of you and see what you can learn about the guy in front, and see where you can learn get away and try and win the race.
Well, our race leader has gone from 1st to 4th in the one move. So they go into the GIO cutting. Ritter has now got up into 2nd. It's back to Phil Skyfleet. He has led the race earlier. Michael Simpson sitting in 3rd now. We go back to Aaron.
So back with the Avon Formula Ford Trophy here at Mount Panorama, and it's still Justin Cotter out in front from Philip Skyfleet. In fact, I think Skyfleet's just jumped ahead of him again, has he? No. So actually, McNally's Cotter's gone through. The young 23-year-old from New South Wales, last year's winner of the prestigious Jack Myers Award for Australia's most improved racing driver. Plenty of talent. Was dogged by a fair bit of bad luck, though, in this year's championship.
Ritter chasing hard in 2nd spot. Michael Simpson's doing a great job. They're in 3rd, but he's dropped a couple of spots on Greg Ritter. Then we go back to Justin Cotter. They come down Conrad for the 2nd time. Not too much drafting going on here. Cotter's trying to tag onto the back of Simpson, but he's just a...
It'll be interesting to see what pans out on the end of the back straight again.
Great move by Greg Ritter. He now leads the Formula Ford race here at Mount Panorama. Great work there. Came out of the draft, slipped up the inside. That gave him the inside run for the left-hander. He now leads. They're coming up to complete their 2nd full lap. Get on to lap 3 of this 5-lap Avon Formula Ford Trophy race. It's close. We saw a tremendous battle yesterday. And these are your top 4 guys. Skyfleet sits in 2nd, Michael Simpson. Then we go back to Justin Cotter, and good to see Christian Jones now is up into the top 5.
A lot of horsepower from the Greg Ritter engine, the engine that's built by his father, Graham. They've done a lot of dyno development on the engine for this meeting. Mark, obviously, it's doing well for him.
Yeah, I didn't realise that his father built the engine. That's a fantastic effort if that's the case. So he's if he can get a good look, he's going to lead in over the mountain this lap. So if he can get a bit of a gap, he might be able to get away. But a big moment there from Cotter on the outside having a look. So it's not a good idea to throw the race away now. All these guys are in with a chance. They've got to be there on the last lap. And now Christian Jones is on the end of it too, so they're all there.
Keep your eyes out at the back of this pack. The blue Spectrum 06 sitting in 5th position. That is 19-year-old Queenslander Christian Jones. Works on the car himself now. Doesn't have a mechanic. Does all of the work by himself. He drove the car by himself down to from the Gold Coast here to Mount Panorama. Has been working on it very, very hard. Let's hope he can get a good result.
Yes, good effort from Michael Simpson. He's never really run at this front of the, well, with this competitive company around him before. Car that David Bernard drove to the championship win back in 1996, last year's car. So car that's crewed by his father Ed from the Gold Coast, and good to see him in the top 3.
Get yourself set for a dynamic finish. We haven't got that much longer to go. We've got 5 Formula 4s just bunched together. No one willing to give an inch. Greg Ritter is your race leader at the moment. Here they come. Skyfleet sits in 2nd, Simpson 3rd, then back to Justin Cotter and Christian Jones. Out of Forest Elbow onto Conrad again. This is where we saw Greg Ritter size up Phil Skyfleet 1 lap ago. He pulled out of the draft. Oh, we got 2 side by side. The inside run for Greg Ritter. He's okay there. Simpson's trying to get the inside move on Justin Cotter, but it's worked out the other way. Cotter's got ahead of Simpson now, so he moves up into the top 3.
You just see the horsepower of that Greg Ritter car, Mark. He's got plenty of straight line speed, and perhaps they just can't quite get in the toe close enough to do anything about it.
Well, that's right. It depends on the ratios, of course. This is a big track if you've got the ratio spot on, so he might have the ratios worked out quite well there. So he's doing a fantastic job, but it's anyone's game. I'm not going to put a winner who's going to win this race, that's for sure.
Okay, Mark Webber, we've got 2 laps to go. If you were sitting in Greg Ritter's Clipsal Van Diemen, what would you be doing?
I would just concentrate on the last lap. I'll make sure I'd be 2nd or 3rd over the top of the hill. But they know what their cars are doing, so I can't speak. But I think he'll be in 2nd by the time we get to the top of the straight this time. I'll be very surprised if he's not.
Look at this, Justin Cotter, he's got it out onto the grass, trying to get up the inside of Greg Ritter, but it didn't quite happen. They keep their original positions. Ritter still leads. This is a great Formula Ford race. Cotter now tries to make a move behind Skyfleet. Simpson's come out of the draft, and still hanging in there back in 5th is Christian Jones.
Oh, tremendous race. This could go anyway. Ritter again still leading, but a great battle between Skyfleet, Simpson, Cotter and Christian Jones, who of course qualified on pole position for yesterday's race, but fell back to 5th, but had a great win at Sandown in the wet some weeks ago.
Well, we had Christian's dad, Alan, up here yesterday in commentary, and he was saying the V8 supercar guys, the team managers, they look at everybody. They look at the Formula Holden drivers. They especially look at the Formula Ford drivers. And there's some fantastic talent in this bunch. And Greg Ritter is leading them at the moment. Your top 10, Ritter, Skyfleet, Cotter, Simpson, Jones, Woodrow, McNally, Lay, Holco and Forbes. And we're concentrating on the top 5 because that's where the action is.
I'm glad I'm overseas because this looks too difficult for me. Tell you what.
Just call us down this part of the track, Mark, in terms of gear change points.
Well, it's been a long time since I've been around here, but this is just 3rd gear back to 2nd here. It's very important, probably the most important corner on the track to get a good run out of here. Nice clean run, good traction, and then, well, Skyfleet's beside him already. Should be lifting, getting him back in behind him, but this is an interesting run. It's a very long straight. Christian Jones is challenging there, and Skyfleet's going to be coming up the inside or whatever side he wants to pick. So, but that Ritter engine's very strong.
He's pulled out of the draft. This is take 2. He did it exactly the same 1 lap ago. Look at Cotter out on the grass, trying to go around the outside, which will give him the inside run, and I think he's got it. He has. Justin Cotter, how about that? He's managed to pull it up under brakes and overtaken. He's now the new race leader.
That was a fantastic move. He got right on the outside, and I was leaning back in my chair here. Just that was a really good move. Now he's got to not panic, but whoa, he's locked him up there. So he's got 1 lap to go, and he wants to. I think he's a lap early with that move.
Yes, I was going to say, does he really want to be leading on the last lap? Because of this the slipstreaming and drafting tactic we've talked about before, does he really want to be there? Greg Ritter right up behind him now.
The bunch has grown from 5 to 6. Aaron McNally's come up into the fight in the yellow number 7 Formula Ford. He's trying to make a move on Christian Jones, but have a look at this. We saw plenty of action when they came up Mountain Straight last time. Ritter now pulls out of the draft, trying to go around the outside of Justin Cotter. We got 4 in this top group, 2 side by side. You can't get it any closer. Ritter's taken over the lead.
And look at McNally, what a great effort too. 19 years of age from Perth, has beaten Jason Barguana and Garth Tander in the Western Australian Formula Ford Challenge in his career. and he's really come from nowhere.
Well, these guys perhaps could be holding each other up just a little bit, because Rodney Forbes has now got up into the action. We've got 7 Formula Fords in this leading bunch with about 3/4 of a lap left to go.
Great comeback for Rodney Forbes. A huge accident yesterday and plenty of damage to the front of the car too, so good to see they've been able to repair that.
Come on, Mark Webber, put a bet down. Who's your money on?
I think it's going to be Ritter, actually, because he's having such a good run down that straight and no one's going to be passing each other over the top of the hill. There's a bit of jostling going on there for 6th, but I don't think Skyfleet has got the engine. He's got the handling, but it's a fantastic effort from both these guys. Ritter's driving really well.
Let's not discount Justin Cotter sitting in 3rd spot. That's exactly where he was 1 lap ago. He came around the outside of Skyfleet and then ducked up the inside of Greg Ritter, so he could throw everything at it. They've got half a lap to go, not even that, around Mount Panorama, the Avon Formula Ford Trophy race number 2. Whoa, Ritter gets it a little bit sideways, coming through Forest Elbow. This is the run to home.
Now that may allow, of course, the opportunity for Cotter at Skyfleet to get on his tail. If he doesn't actually get the run onto the straight well enough, he'll lose power.
Yeah, that's right. Well, it's definitely down to these two now. Ritter is got the right line for the heavy braking, so Skyfleet might have the inside line, but this is where it's at. There's plenty going on for 3rd as well, and that's Forbes as well. He's had a great drive.
Here they come, heading through Caltech's chase. Skyfleet is right on Greg Ritter, but Ritter has got the preferred line through the left-hander there. Whoa, a bit of a nudge. Skyfleet, they're all up there. Cotter is hooked onto the back of Skyfleet, and Ritter is out. Michael Simpson, oh, he's got out of shape. There's a huge accident. Look at Michael Simpson just spinning down as they came down towards Murray Cotter. Oh, they're going everywhere.
Woodrow's gone too in 62.
It's come down to the finish, and how about that? Rodney Forbes has come from 7th on the last lap to win.
Unbelievable.
Oh, wow. That is the best Formula Ford race I have ever seen. Shell Helix replay. Now watch it. That's Michael Simpson, who got caught on Skyfleet. Look at Forbes. He zigzagged and weaved everywhere. Ritter's already gone. He's out of it. But then watch as they come down into Murray's corner. There's a cowling going flying there. That looked like Justin Cotter.
And that's Woodrow that's
Woodrow
just
into
beached
the
it there.
sand.
Who's the wheel out?
Here's a different angle. There's Simpson. He went right up on the front 2 wheels.
It's hard to think it might have been Woodrow, actually, that got his nose under Michael Simpson's car.
I think what's happened is it's the last corner, they can smell the line, and everyone's just had a sniff of it, and they've all got completely desperate, and it got a bit nasty there for a while, but I think that was Simpson's race, but someone's upset it for him.
Well, this is where it all started. Now look at that. Skyfleet's right up the back of Ritter, and so too is Cotter. This is the view from the Whitman's lightship. Cotter's right up the back of Skyfleet. Simpson's ducked through. Bang! There's the contact with Phil Skyfleet. Simpson's spinning. Look at Forbes in the green and blue one. He's zigzagged through. He's thinking, how good's this? They've all gone behind me. I've got 2. No doubt that's caused some sort of problem, and that's got him to slow right down. He's out of the race from that point. Now, Justin Cotter in the blue, the all-blue car, is right underneath. They're sweeping across, and here's the contact point. Smash! Michael Simpson goes up in the air and goes careering off. The blue and green car once again. Ducking through the middle there is Rodney Forbes, and he's come out to be our race winner. Simpson was very lucky there not to come in contact with the wall. Just went spinning down the grass, and what a great Formula Ford race. Let's have a look at the final placings for you.